My father made his professional debut as a soloist with the Warsaw Philharmonic when he was 11 and had a concert career as a child prodigy. Then his last performance was at some point in his early 90s, I think. He had given a concert in Boston at the Longy School of Music, where he was the music director at that point. And he was greeting well-wishers after the concert. And when he turned around to go retrieve his violin from his office/dressing room, it was gone. And it was a crushing blow because it had been, as he put it, his musical partner for 38 years. I knew that my father had suspected an individual. Phillip Johnson died of pancreatic cancer and left to his ex-wife the violin. And it was in a case with a combination lock. And so when she saw that lock, she couldn't figure out, she didn't know what the combination was. And so she put it in a back room somewhere, and then she was 3.5 years later cleaning up with her boyfriend, and they come across this thing. At least this is what she subsequently said. And they come across the violin, and the boyfriend breaks the lock. And they see this instrument, and it says, made by Antonio Stradivari in 1734. And she calls a musician friend and says, what do I do with this? And he put her in touch with an appraiser. And he described to me, as you'll hear in my piece tomorrow, opening the case, examining the violin for about a half an hour, and saying to her, I have good news for you and bad news for you. The good news is this is a real Stradivarius. The bad news it was stolen 36 years ago from Roman Totenberg. And I have to tell the authorities right away. And within 2 hours, the FBI was there. Each Stradivarius has a name. This one was known as the Ames Stradivarius after a performer who played with it in the late 1800s. And my thought is it probably will now be known as the Ames Totenberg Stradivarius.